Today, we have 3 troublemaking kids sentenced to community service. They are too young for jail, so they are stuck hiking in the mountains until noon tomorrow to save a poor old man. This is these little troublemakers' path to redemption, but surprise. The goody two-shoes Martin is joining them. They all wonder why he's here. Martin says, "I volunteered for this adventure. It counts for extra credit in high school." The gang can't believe there he is. Bart's excuse? "I threw laundry balls into a fountain. It resulted in a bubble disaster." And Nyson snagged coins from the old Russian dude. Dolph steals too, and they pride themselves on being the worst. Bart was at the bottom, but Martin's arrival pushed him lower. Bart can't help but smirk. This new guy makes it easier for him to fit in. They saw a trapped sheep in the bushes, and Nyson quips, "This must have been set up by our buddy Chen." The staff claimed security on the way. "I know these rehabilitation tricks well. We must rescue the sheep." This counts as passing the test. Bart left the sheep to go rummage through Martin's bag for snacks, only to find that it was so hungry it was eaten. The other 2 gave the sheep everything from Martin's bag, accepting all. Bart pitied Martin and urged kindness. Nyson raised his giant fist and declared, "You can't be our friend if you are not genuinely bad." Just then, a group of skulls popped up like, "What? Let go of that sheep. It's our sacrificial offering," the little goose exclaimed. They didn't know where to go, but Martin, the map reader, said the river leads to Anchor Bun Creek and there's a boat. Nyson and Dolph boarded the boat quickly, but the land dared not. Nyson told Bart to let go. Bart was puzzled. "Isn't this our safety?" Nyson retorted, "Save our lives, not our asses." Clearly, Bart wasn't that bad. Bart and Martin both refused to give up the sheep. It became their sidekick as they parted. Kindness comes at a price. Bart sighed and followed Martin, but little did he know. The duo wasn't faring much better. The boat started leaking, and they were doomed. They frantically searched for nearby shelter. They stumbled upon an Airbnb. Nothing posted outside, but surely it had something to offer. If not, at least it was quiet luxury. The 2 troublemakers crashed into their journey. Martin led the way while thinking, who gets the last special knowledge nugget? But the sheep ate it. Must good guys be threatened? Tired of Martin's nagging, Bart said, "I stayed for the sheep, not you. You're just an awkward loser while in the bad boy. We can't be friends." The side was rough and awkward. Bart felt excessive, so made amends. Martin looked pitiful. Not wanting to retaliate, Martin suddenly burst out, "You have no idea how much pressure I'm under. My parents are tutoring fanatics. Mental issues. See a doc. I'm not normal. I see 2 therapists weekly and take pills to keep my spirits up, then more pills just to sleep. I didn't voluntarily sign up for this. I went to the pharmacy to snatch some meds because my focus never satisfies my parents." Martin retorted, "You're so hypocritical. You're worse than the bullies. You bully me to impress the bullies but say nice things when no one's around, just an ordinary coward." Truth sliced Bart like a knife. Martin called the sheep to leave, but it saw through Bart's hypocrisy. The good times for these 2 troublemakers came to an end when the skulls crashed in and demanded to know where the sheep was. The skulls locked them in a dungeon and decided they would be the sacrifices. Bart stopped relying on Martin altogether. Bart wandered in circles through the woods, unable to find his way out, until he spotted some orange sheep droppings. The sheep's eaten cheese chunks became cheese balls. Bart followed and nearly found Martin. Spotting Martin sleeping like a log, Bart had no other choice but to kneel and apologize. "Sorry, I shouldn't have cared what those losers think." Martin smiled, and they agreed to rescue them a chance to impress the bullies. They charged in like butchers with their gear, and after a few rounds, the other side was completely gone. They unmasked themselves, revealing they were college students trying to film a horror flick for a prize, but everything fell apart. Subtitle, "A Rare Chance." Students grabbed phones to film. Kids screamed, full of genuine emotion. The ever-busy Martin noticed that the blade's rhythm matched the tune of Blue Box, and if he followed the beat, he could safely approach. Knowledge is power. The college students were about to weep from the fields. But then the sheep jumps on the phone. What a waste. This little guy loves junk food. The little delinquents successfully solved all the nooks and crannies of their journey, ready to reveal the treasure. It's the trail you just walked. Are you guys crazy? Are you guys nuts? You're truly bonkers. This is not treasure. This is just trash. Just then, Martin's parents arrived right on cue. Hurry up to violin class. Martin dropped his backpack and exclaimed, I'm a bad kid too now. I'm getting in this car. If you're not happy, pop a happiness pill. But, trying to blend in with the bad kids, resorted to picking on the weak, but he wasn't bad enough for that. He comforted the weak when no one was around, perfectly embodying the idea.